morning and welcome to a new video where we talk about weird human internet shenanigans. And today's video is very much unscripted because I did not have time to write a script. Doesn't matter because we'll dive into r/niceGirls this time, and a few months ago I think I did that with r/niceguys. And it's basically about people in like dating scenarios most of the times that are very entitled and think they are being nice and use that as a shield, and then they're actually just acting entitled and not nice. So nice means not nice in this thing. And I have compiled a few things, so we'll go through them and decide if they're really nice or not nice or delusional or anything like that. Before we get started though, I'm in art school and you can help me with that logistically by going to my shop in the description. There's like these guys and my zines and my prints and all that stuff. It's very fun. I would recommend. And you can also help me for free by subscribing and watching my videos. I would appreciate that a lot. So thank you. Now let's get started. The first post is about the famous or maybe infamous height thing that I've never understood because what does it matter? But anyways, it's a thing that a lot of women want their guys to be tall for some reason. Well, I guess that they want to feel protected or something. This was from a guy in this Reddit, and apparently the girl is also 5'6". I don't know how tall that is because I'm Dutch and I don't know anything about the inches system, but I think I am also 5'6". I don't know. Doesn't matter. I feel like everyone wants their boyfriend to be 6 foot. That's what I know. But anyways, the text thread reads, weird question, but are you on the taller side of the 5'6" height range? Lol. Nah. Well, let's just hope I'm not taller with my boots, lol. You might be. Who knows? Fingers crossed. And what if you are? As long as you aren't looking up at me and I'm looking down at you, we're chilling. I don't know. Guys shorter than me like to where I'm essentially looking down, not freak me out, but just see them as kids. Lol, not gonna lie. See them as kids because they're literally shorter than you? That's so weird. Yeah, I'm not sure I want a chance looking like a kid to you. I'm gonna Bill. Take care. That's totally fair. You cannot see anyone that's shorter than you as a kid because that's very weird. That means that you don't respect people that are shorter than you, or men, I don't know. Doesn't matter what the gender thing here is going on. You just have to respect everyone. Even if they're a child, you have to respect them. Being taller doesn't automatically mean that you deserve more respect. That's very weird. Maybe you should see a therapist about that. It gives me kind of the ick. I know that people hate it when people say that, but it gives me kind of the ick that there's someone out there, and probably more people, who see people shorter than them as less than them. That makes no sense. Like, height doesn't mean anything. Like, literally, it doesn't mean anything. Let's go to the next one. This is on a dating app. I think it's Hinge, but I'm not sure because it's been a while since I've been on any dating app. This person sent them a picture or had a picture of them scuba diving and touching one of the sea animals, and then the person says, isn't the first rule of scuba diving don't touch the mammals? I've seen some videos on YouTube which indeed say that, but then there are like seals who go up to the divers and the seals are just hugging them and the divers cannot do anything. It's incredibly cute and the divers think so too, of course, but they just have to say it there because they cannot touch the seals because that might endanger the seals. You shouldn't touch them for their and your safety. Then the person says, hope you're single forever because people like you shouldn't reproduce. What? That's a totally not good reply for this. I don't know words. Most of the times I write them down, so I have to write words here. Out. I guess you've never seen Arrested Development where a loose seal bites off a character's hand. It's not a seal. Go learn about marine animals and keep your opinions to yourself. Nobody asked your opinions. This guy is just repeating a rule that is made, and maybe it was not in the case of this diver for some whatever reason, location, whatever. Doesn't matter. Saying that you shouldn't reproduce and that the person should be single forever, unwarranted. That was the word I was looking for. It's a totally unwarranted response to just asking a question. They forgot the question mark, but that doesn't matter because it's just a text and nobody uses interpunctuation when texting. If you do, that's fine. I sometimes do. But anyways, why? That's just mean. That's not even close to nice. That's just mean. That's just defensive maybe also. Maybe this is just a red flag. Like, it's good that this happened right now because this person is extremely defensive to the point of saying that you should never date anyone and you should never get children, which is weird to say, but it's extremely defensive and they should also go to therapy instead of being on a dating app. Dating apps are not therapy. People forget that sometimes. Anyways, next one. This is a dating profile. It says, all I can say is I'm not your typical woman. It can be intimidating to weak men, which I have no interest in anyway. Also, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, which I should give less about. I'm someone's shot of whiskey and that's all that matters. That doesn't even make sense. Like, cup of tea here is a proverb. I'm as real as it gets and I tell how it is. So if you're sensitive, swipe somewhere else, boo. I don't even think this should be on this Reddit it. Maybe also the last one. They're not even trying to be nice. So there's this thing going on in the men community, I feel like, about sensitivity and whether it's good or not to be sensitive, and men grow up not allowed to be sensitive. So then for some of them a whole new world opens up, and then they get rejected by people like this because they're not allowed to be sensitive. Now, I don't care what your gender is. I don't care how sensitive you are, and I don't think it should matter, and those things should not have anything to do with each other. They do, I'm not gonna deny that, because they do, and that's just how it is, but they should not. Anyhow, it's people like this why some men, or a lot of men actually, think that they are not allowed to have feelings, which is very unhealthy and may cause problems. So this person is a problem. And personally, sensitive people are very nice because you can talk with them. Not with this person. They're not intimidating to me, they're just not in touch with their feelings, which sounds weak to me in a way. I feel like this person is also gonna be insensitive if anyone in their life has a problem. Okay, next. This is a text thread, and in the Reddit itself, it said that they didn't have a date even, they just texted back and forth and had one FaceTime call. So that's important to remember here. It starts with, on a lake. I'd love to. Maybe probably just getting together for dates. And then next, the person says, I guess you're not interested. It's more than 24 hours later, which is a long time in between, I have to say. That's my opinion. But also, when you're starting to date someone, I think texting once a day at least. But that's just what I think. I feel like a lot of people are different about that, and that's fine. Anyways, I guess you're not interested. That's an attack, and that's not a way to open this conversation. No, I'm just a busy guy sometimes, especially when I get off work. No problem, I get it. I'm just letting you know, I really think we have a connection, but that is such a turn off for me, and it makes me really pull back my feelings for us when that drop in communication happens. I'm sorry that somebody from your past made you feel that way. It's unfortunate. Where did that come from? From your past? That's not what they say. Like, I'm not a text all day kind of person. It's not natural. Nobody from my past made me feel any type of way. This is just my love language. You don't have to sit on your phone and text me all day, but I want to see, feel, and know a person is thinking of me always. But most especially in the beginning, it should come very natural. I don't need you to sit and text me on your phone all day. If you want to get to that point of getting to know me better as a person, then I need to see and feel more than what you gave me. And then she sent a random selfie, according to the guy. If you're not interested in me anymore, would you at least be considerate of my feelings and let me know? That's a fair question. Sorry, I haven't really known what to say, but yeah, I don't think this will work out, honestly. I was very interested in getting to know you, but I'm not into the whole texting back and forth, especially before meeting you for the first time. I prefer getting to know someone in person, and I feel like texting kind of takes away from a lot of conversations that should be had in person. Nothing personal, just a difference in personalities, unfortunately. Well, I mean, clearly we aren't gonna work out, but I mean, I can't lie and say that my effing feelings aren't crushed. I say in a video on my profile on Unhinged that I will not go days without hearing from a guy. I said the same thing while we were FaceTiming. I mean, we FaceTimed for 2 hours. Like I said, clearly you have made your mind up that I'm apparently too much work or not worth it, but I think you shouldn't have made me feel like you really liked me and was interested in me. Maybe it wouldn't be such a blow to the put then. And you're a for leaving me on red. I agree with that, especially with the long times in between the conversation in the beginning. I'm not interested in you anymore because I can't be with someone who has such little consideration for other people's feelings. Nothing personal. Yeah, well, I liked you, so I very much take it personal. And it's not a difference in personalities, it's a difference in lack of communication on your part. I think you get off on maybe bragging to people that, yeah, you're just an you guess. I'm not usually one to have a little rant about stupid shit, but especially about someone not wanting me. It's how passive aggressive you are. You leave me on. Okay, well, I think the long texts are gonna be not great for the mental health of the person on the other side, but I don't think she's the asshole in this situation. As she said, she communicated on both Unhinged and in the FaceTime call that she needs to know that someone is alive once a day at least, or that's what I make from it, but she wants to text sometimes, every day maybe, or like timely response. And that's fine, especially since she communicated that, and then now he's like, yeah, but I can't do that, we can just talk in real life. You haven't had a date yet. That's just not how that works right now. If you cannot do that, you should have communicated it before you had the FaceTime call, or during it at the very least, or just not swiped right because it was in her profile. So I don't think the long texts are helping, but I don't think she is acting entitled because she communicated it and it's what she needs from someone when mean she's dating someone, and that's fine. People have needs, and that's not entitlement. Would have been entitled if she didn't communicate that and was like, why don't you text me? And he was like, I have said to you that I don't like texting, but that was not the case. She's not acting entitled. So this guy is the nice guy here. I feel like they're both not great at communicating, like they're both a bit hostile, but that's not necessarily making someone a nice girl. I have one more left, and this one was not in the dating stage. Well, they were dating for 6 months and they're like 18 years old. I think that's important context here. And the girl cheated on the guy. But he makes me so happy, and I realized I'm happier with him. Okay, said smiley face. I hope you understand. Yeah, I understand whatever I needed to understand. Okay, don't hold grudges, please. It's not anyone's fault. Well, it's probably yours if you cheated. It's mine. No, I swear that I'm wasting my time with you. Oh, I should have known better. I'm sorry. And trust my intuition more. And you just go, well, if you just don't want to have this conversation anymore, you're on WhatsApp, so you can just block. That's fine in this situation, I feel like. But okay, I didn't want this to happen. I'm playing Subway servers. I don't want you to hate me. You're not worthy of my hate. That's harsh. You didn't need to say this. I shouldn't have been so nice to you. You cheated. That's not nice. That's very mean, and a lot of other things. You're so ungrateful. After all I did for you. That's how you talk to me. That proves my point, lol. Whatever. Just go. LMAO. Stop wasting my time. Well, don't be too sensitive then, I guess. You're so rude. Now I'm even more sure about my decision. You were never worthy, my love. Bye. Whatever you say, go. I am the victim if you didn't notice it yet. Yeah, victim of your stupidity, that is. I was always doing everything for you and you couldn't even appreciate it. Are you gonna keep talking? If you do, let me know so I can mute you and keep playing Subway servers. You know what? Whatever. I don't care. I was just trying to be nice. Sure you don't. And talk to you calmly about it, but it ended up like always. Yeah, of course. Me trying my best and you just being rude. Shitting on me calmly. You don't deserve me. Never did. Yeah, I know that. I told myself that, but I gave you another chance. Thanks for proving my intuitions right. I bet you would. Well, they need to grow up emotionally, I feel like. But this is a good example of a nice girl. I feel like he gave her another chance after the cheating and then this happened. But I was so nice to you. I feel better with the other guy. You were so ungrateful after all I did for you. That's mean. And a lot of people who say stuff like that don't emotionally grow up. Some do, some don't. But I hope she does for her own sake. And he should just have blocked her and moved on. I know that that is hard, but it's healthy. They will learn at some point. Anyhow, it was fun to dive into the relationship drama, or the dating drama, most of it, of Reddit. Sometimes I'm like, people should communicate, but that also means, because I feel like a lot of people were saying stuff and then the other person didn't listen to them. Especially the third guy. He was like, she's a nice girl. She's being entitled. She communicated it to you. Like, someone communicates for the first time ever in Reddit history and you just call her entitled for that. Like, bro, listening is part of communication, and I feel like I'm just repeating all the cliches, but some of them are true. Like, listening or talking is silver and listening is gold and that kind of stuff. That's true. You need to make space to voice your own opinion and whatever. You also need to listen to someone sometimes to avoid these kinds of situations that are very unhealthy, and I hope will make them learn at some point that they need better communication skills, which includes listening. Again, don't be hostile once you enter a conversation with someone. Don't be like, you should never date anyone ever again or something like that. That's just mean. Approach people with niceness, like real niceness, not the nice girl niceness, because that's just mean. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and like this video. I hope you have a good day and a wonderful time, and then I will see you next time. Ciao!